creek. Well, hello folks. I'm just about to go into the garden, as we're doing nowadays. The old motto, I guess, of a little but often. I've been harvesting every day. Great culinary treat to get fresh from the garden, because I'm home now, doing a lot of cooking, a lot of eating. Oh my goodness, too much eating maybe. And today I'm thinking about what I'm going to get at here. I have, I think I'm just going to do a little, it's an overcast day, so I'm probably going to harvest a little bit more today and stay inside and process it. So that probably means some green beans, some bush beans, cilantro. I want to get the cilantro because it's at the green seed stage. Well, coriander stage. I don't know if you're weird like me, but when it's the leaves down below, I call it cilantro. And when it's the seeds, I call it coriander. There's probably something wrong with that. Anyway, I'm going to gather the green coriander seeds. I did last year, and they store probably 2 to 3 weeks in my fridge. But I didn't use them enough, so I wasn't going to gather that much. And then I realized, silly me, freeze them. So I'll always have them for whenever I make any kind of cuisine with those flavors that are needed, be it Mexican, be it Asian. So they're lovely if you've never tried them. It's probably a cross between the leaves and the dry seed. And if you eat them straight from the plant, they can have a slight bitter aftertaste, but that all goes away when you throw it in your dishes. It's lovely and very powerful pop of flavor. I spent most of my life being one of the people, the 50% that dislike cilantro. Seriously disliked it. And I'm just forcing myself to continually eat it and enjoy it. And I'm converted now. I stuck with it. I mean, I've always loved it, and a good, great, Asian soup and your Mexican foods and things like that. But for me, yeah, just munching on it or picking it up in the grocery store was not something I ever wanted to do. So I'm going to get some of those green seeds. I'll leave, I ended up leaving 2 of the cilantro plants to go to seed so that I can collect the coriander. I did it again. And I've got succession plants just coming up now, so then I'll have the fresh leaves continuously. That's one of the plants that here, anyway, in my zone, I need to continuously plant to enjoy, because it goes to seed so quickly. But the hoverflies love it, and of course the hoverflies are great for the bad pests. I have to get some potatoes out because I think they're just going to scab. The Norlands are an early to mid potato anyway, and they're just dead up there. They didn't grow. Probably the soil wasn't amended well enough. I thought I did, but I must not have. Also the seasonal, unusual weather. And I read, because I'm trying to figure out why so much scab. But I'm going to go with what I read in quite a few places of, if it's very hot and very dry when the tubers are producing, you're more likely to get a lot of scab. And that's what I've got, and that's what we had. Wasn't watering it. I wasn't here to water it. And so hot. Today's not. It's beautiful. Little break. I think the heat is coming today, later, and then the rest of the week again, but not the the 30-degree plus temperatures we've been having. What else? I never think through fully what I'm going to do. Oh, I have to pull the last of the tiny bunching onions and clean those up and get them in. I've left them in the garden just carrying on with other vegetables, but they're really dead and over, so I'll pull those. And yeah, every day I've been pulling a couple of carrots. I've been pulling excuse me, some beans is what we're at now. We went through the peas, they're all done and drying, and moving on to beans. I'm soon going to have to give up on the beans because we're getting tired of those. Zucchini's been trying to set, but I haven't had a single male zucchini flower yet. I may have one that I tried to pollinate with a winter squash or a red curry. That should be interesting to see if that comes about. Obviously, I'm not saving seeds from a zucchini, but I'm hoping it pollinates. Yeah, I don't know. I'll just go see what needs to come in today. I've got lots of little jobs that I've been putting off. I need to clean up my garlic. May get to that if it's dry enough, just to clean the tops, the roots rather. Excuse me, I don't know why I'm coughing. And yeah, the skins and stuff like that. And then, as always, I'll just show you what I've harvested. So here's my coriander, gone to seed. Of course, the whole plant is edible. These tiny leaves are still completely edible, stronger, but you can still throw them in salads, throw them in anything you want, and use them the same. I might even save a few of those leaves. Nah, I've got the other coming. Anyways, here's the green seeds. And as I say, they're better eat one. Really fresh punch. I think that's what's so cool about it. There was there's a salad that these are really nice in. It's a tomato salad. I found the recipe somewhere. With thinly sliced red onion. You just bang these with your knife, crush them. And yeah, pretty much it with a lovely vinaigrette. And beautiful, beautiful, but unfortunately my tomatoes aren't ready yet. So again, great reason to freeze them. Now the flowers are also completely edible, so pretty. If you want to throw those in a salad or on the top of a soup, or very mild. That's a cool taste too. Yeah. Now I don't think they're going to freeze, but if I were making some, I may change what I'm going to cook today. I'm getting inspired. Anyways, I'm going to get on and cut these, and then when I go in, I'm going to individually take all these off. Again, why it's a good harvest day with the overcast day to go in, and just plop them in a nice little jar and freeze them. I just had this little bee fly in my basket. I'll leave it here for him to carry on his merry way. I think this is enough of the green coriander seeds for me, probably more than enough, and the rest I will leave to turn brown, and I will harvest those later for my spice. Here's some of those tiny bunching onions I was speaking about. They've gone well over. They're buried in there, I think. So I'll just pull those out now. I didn't realize how many I still had left of these bunching onions or multiplier onions. I got these from Vessie's. It's the first time I've had these ones. And boy, did they multiply. So I'm going to tidy them up, and so that I can bring them indoors. Well, holy doodle. I wasn't expecting this little task to take quite so long. So there's your multiplier onions in a set. The little one in the middle would be sort of what I've planted, and as season goes on, this is what you get. And they're a lovely little size for those, you know, times you don't need the whole big onion. Bruce loves cooking with these little ones. And they store for well over a year. So here's some of the multiplier onions that I've already pulled, and we've been eating them for all our onion requirements. These are already pretty much dried. And I'll add these to them. I just have to spread them out a bit. They do need to fully dry for them to last up to a year or more, actually. And these were the normal, the ones I normally get. They didn't actually produce as many, I've noticed around, and I've been pulling these also. But they're so much larger this year. Again, crazy year. Everything's doing different things, but wonderful. So these haven't bent over yet. They're still going, maybe getting weaker stem here now. So 2 large ones here instead of 4, 5, or 6. I'm not sure what Bruce is up to. He's got a lot of mulch he got on sale there. He'll spread that around, I'll show later. And he just got a tandem load of topsoil. Looks like it's been put through the sieve or whatever nicely. So I'm not sure what he's doing with this. Alright, I've tried to sort it all out. Here's today's harvest. There's the bunching onions. And I should state that I planted 12. So 12 bulbs. And we've eaten an awful lot, and this goes deep. So really big bang for your buck with the multiplier onions. And they take up, so I was 2 little 4-foot rows. Takes up very little space. Pretty much tail end of the broad beans. Few more left, not much. End of the peas. Look at this Parisian carrot. Obviously, I thought it was a regular carrot, or I would have pulled that a long time ago. Look at the size of it. Anyways, I'm sure it'll be just fine to eat. Sage and thyme. There's the green coriander seeds. Aren't they pretty? I've got a yellow carrot here. And yellow and purple beans. These are called purple or burgundy or something. And just a yellow wax bean. These ones I particularly use for regular bean cooking, whereas many of my other varieties out there are for to grow on in the pod for demi-sec and drying. Some sad little potatoes from some sad little dead plants, and Swiss chard, because I can always throw that in whatever I'm cooking today. So that's it. Hope you all have a great week, and we'll talk soon.